one here in Winnipeg I think it was after we lost game 4 here in overtime, and Teddy Green with some fan outside our bus. That was fun.
What did the fans say or do?
No, they got into a fight.
The physical altercation.
Yeah.
Well, that was one thing. I mean, and keep in mind, growing up an Alberta boy and now living in Winnipeg for 22 years, for me, it was always fun watching the Oilers beat the Jets.
Yeah.
But the year Howard Chuck finally got past you guys in the first round and then had to deal with Calgary the year that they went on the cup run, right? It was just, I don't know. I feel it now. I understand it now being in Winnipeg. And as a Manitoba boy, I'm sure you have a little bit of that as well.
It was just the old arena was just so iconic and the whiteout and I got to tell you guys a good story about this building was Solani's big year.
Oh yeah.
And I was my whole career I was straight and narrow, never really cheated. I've cheated twice in my career, and I'll tell you the 2 times. The one was against Solani. It was hilarious when I look back on it now, but we were getting our butts kicked, and Solani was going for the record, and they had a power play late, and they just kept setting them up for the one-timer, and I just stayed. I didn't even go to the pass. I just stayed, and I said the record wasn't going to be against me.
Good for you.
I already had one with Gretzky's a little later on, but that night I just, and I don't know if that was the night that Jamnov gave me we were getting our butt kicked, and Jamnov gave me the old one-handed one, and I chased him down the ice. He actually apologized to me after.
I heard Alexi didn't have a lot of apologies in his holster, so it's nice to know that you got one.
No, it was... what goes around comes around, and I just thought we were already getting our butts kicked, and he gave me the old one-handed one, and that's my competitive spirit. But the other one was at the World Championships. When we faced Finland in the shootout, Koivu we were the day before the game against Finland. Finland was on the practice rink beside us, and we got put in the spare dressing room, because there was only so many dressing rooms in the main building. So you'd move to the spare ones on the practice rink. And Finland was practicing shootouts. And Koivu was going to his backhand every time. And it's the only time I've ever cheated on a breakaway, like kind of penalty shot.
Look at you pulling a little Bill Belichick.
And
that's like all the Patriots.
He came down on me, and I just kind of baited him, and I just lunged because I couldn't butterfly at that time, my old one-legged butterfly, and stopped him. That's one of the few times I ever kind of somewhat cheated. He could have gone the other way and just put it in the open net, but I just was watching him, and he was going using the same move.
Where were the championships held that year?
That was Italy. Yeah.
Torino?
No, that was the Olympics.
No, we went. I think we were in Bolzano for the early part, and I think the finals were Milan. Went into Milano for the medal round. Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts of when Gretzky broke the record against you, trying to cheat on him?
Oh, don't know. I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah.
There's Mr. Competitive.
No, I just saw a clip of Gretz talking about how tough it was for him to go back to Edmonton. But that night we were actually leading, and they had the goalie pulled, and they started chanting Gretzky. And that's probably the only time that I was not happy.
The Edmonton fans were cheering for Gretzky to break the record against you.
Yeah, and then he scored the OT winner. Just to really rub salt into the wound that night.
That was
my dad didn't. I don't think my dad went to a game for about a month. After that, he was so disgusted with it.
I mean, to play devil's advocate, though, if you're the fan paying X amount of dollars to watch, you want to see it happen there as opposed to the next time.
Well, he was also Wayne Gretzky that, they just loved, what he did for that city. But that was a tough one. That was a tough night.
Well, that was the interview he did with Joe Buck, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And listening to Wayne talk about Ovi getting close to his record now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see him go, no, it should happen.
Yeah.
That was pretty neat. So
yeah.
With all the records and whatnot, as we talked about before, there's different ways to get into the record books, right? Hey, more hockey content. It might be old, it might be new, it might be a full episode, it might be a half episode, but you can click these boxes because who doesn't like clicking boxes?